Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Sharon and today's video is going to cover both my weeks 1 and 2 check-in for the month of May. I had a kind of busy week, so I wasn't able to film for week 1, so I'm just going to combine them because it just got so far into the week. So this is my monthly view where I typically capture all of my expenses, bills due, any kind of day offs, things like that. I am using the Erin Condren Deluxe Monthly Planner in the 7x9 size for anybody who's interested. I have a link down below in the description box for $10 off your first purchase. This here is just a compliment card, which I also ordered from Erin Condren, and I have expense stickers that correlate with the areas that I like to check in for my cash envelopes. The blue is for my allowance and grooming, which I combine under the personal category, and green is for my eating out and groceries. Yellow is for gas, the lavender is for other, and the red is for unbudgeted. I'm just going to take this out and just set it right here to the side, and I'm just going to flip over to my budget, which I want to focus on for just one quick minute, because when I filmed my budget video, as I was going down my variable expenses and my fixed, I accidentally left out 2 items that I did intend to include. I just didn't write down. One of those being a main category and also a cash envelope, because I do work off of the cash envelope system, was my groceries for $450. It was included in the total that I wrote down. I just neglected to write it down in my list. And also in my fixed expenses, I didn't write down the payment for my city card. So I have added those to my budget, and if you watched my budget setup video, I did not add a total because I wait till the end of the month when I have the total for my 52-week challenge contribution for this month. Now that that's out the way, I am going to move over to my weekly check-in, which is what I'm here to do for this video. And I do have my stickers already laid down. I'm just going to go ahead and quickly write in my categories. The first category is my personal, and in this category I include, as I stated before, my allowance and my grooming cash envelopes are both combined under personal. Next I have groceries, which includes both eating out and our grocery budget. And I have gas, and lastly unbudgeted, which I don't budget anything for, but I do like to capture them just to see how I'm doing throughout the month if we are having unbudgeted expenses. So I'm just going to jot these down for week 2 as well, since I'll be checking in for both. Okay, so I just went ahead and wrote it in for the entire list. So next I'm just going to write in how I broke down my month for this particular month. I like to break mine down into 4 weeks because I like to have an area at the bottom of my spread for results. So just quickly flipping back to my monthly view, I broke it down from the 1st to the 9th, the 10th to the 16th, the 17th to the 23rd, and then ending off with the 24th to the 31st. So I'm just going to quickly jot that down. And then at the bottom is just going to be my results. I'm just going to turn back to my monthly view. And I know that things have definitely been busy and out of the ordinary because I didn't even mention that this month is my birthday month, which is the 24th. I didn't really plan anything for it because of everything that's going on and all the closures and things like that. So I know it'll probably just be something at home with the family, which I'm totally fine with. But yes, this is my birth month. I'm happy. I'm looking forward to celebrating it with my family. You know, just looking forward to another great year. Just to start off, I do have my expense stickers, which are already written out. I did not mention, but all of the stickers that you see here today in my spreads, I did create, and they are available for sale in my Etsy shop. If you're interested, stop by and check me out. I'll have the link below for my Etsy shop as well in the description box. But I'll just go ahead and get started laying these down because I have had quite a few expenses, more than I have over the last few weeks. I'll just start laying these down. Starting with my allowance category on the 3rd. We went out and I took the kids to get ices at Rita's, which is just a little icy shop that's about a block away from the house, just so that they could get out and get some air, because I hadn't really been taking them out. So I'm not sure why I used my personal money instead of using our eating out funds, because we still had some available, but that's neither here nor there. I also had put down a deposit for a hair appointment in the future, because I think that people were anticipating that the stay-at-home order was going to be lifted soon, so people were like really booking up. So I just said, let me just put in a deposit for an appointment out there, and if I have to cancel, I will, because it's not until next month, but I'll put that out there. So I did that on the 4th. And then moving on to my groceries and eating out budget, I've had quite a few expenses there. Starting with the 2nd, I went to Target. This was just a quick run for a couple of things, and that was $17. And then also on the 2nd, I went to Walgreens, and that was for $3. I don't remember quite what that was. I think I ran in just to get like some Ziploc bags or something like that. So that was $3. And then also on the 3rd, I went to Giant, which is a local grocery store in my area, and that was $73. On the same day, I also went to Costco just to pick up some groceries that we needed, and that was a total of $176. I went to Costco again on the 9th. I don't believe this was a necessity run. I just think I needed 1 or 2 things, and then it just wound up getting out of control. I just started picking up other things, so that was $128. This was the run we made to pick up some items so that we could make dinner for Mother's Day. That's what that was for. I also went to ShopRite that day, which is another grocery store in our area, to pick up some items as well. And what I've been trying to do is cook different recipes. So aside from the fact that groceries are getting a bit more expensive, you know, due to a lot of facilities and things having to shut down or operate under the social distancing mandates, they've been shutting down or working less hours, and food has just been very expensive. So I'm sure that everybody's probably seeing that as well, because I've spent just about all of my grocery budget already, and we're only into the 2nd week. I mean, we still have food, but I'm noticing that the bill is a lot higher than it normally is for certain things. But we will get through it. You know, we have to eat. So I'm just happy that we're blessed to be able to do it. And then for eating out, we do have a couple of expenses as well. On the 2nd, we went to, I'm just gonna put it down on Friday, but we did go get Chick-fil-A, which we haven't been doing a whole lot, so I'm kind of happy about that, because I've been cooking since we've been home. Let me just zoom you guys in just a little. So I've been cooking, so we haven't been going to Chick-fil-A as much. And so we also, on the 9th, went to Rita's again to get ices. That's been our little get out of the house right quick, just to get some air. We just been going to get ices. So we went to Rita's again on the 9th. And then we went again to Rita's on the 15th, which was yesterday, as well as Chick-fil-A. Didn't get much. We just got a couple of orders of fries, and that was it. I think maybe since we've kind of fallen out of the habit a little bit, we've just been taking it easy. That's what we did by the way of groceries and eating out. For gas, I did fill up on the 4th. I did get some gas on the 4th, and that's been the only purchase thus far. I'm happy about that too, because I haven't been spending as much on gas since this whole pandemic started. So I guess that's making up for what I'm spending extra in groceries. So this is what my spread is looking like for the first 2 weeks of May. This is my expenses. And so I'm just going to go to the next page and we'll start totaling everything up. So I'm just wondering, in the Leave me a note in the comment section and let me know if anybody's been experiencing the same thing when it comes to groceries. Are you noticing that the groceries are getting more expensive in your area as well? Because I've definitely noticed the uptick in mine. So for the weeks of 1 through 9 May, for my allowance as well as my personal spending, I spent a total of $61 between Rita's and my hair appointment deposit. So that's a total of $61. And my beginning balance between the two envelopes was $669 because I had some monies left over from last month for my allowance that I didn't spend, which was $69, and then I added another $100 this month, and I had $385 left over for my grooming area, and I added another $115. So that's $669 minus 61. So I have a total of $608 remaining in this category. So let me just go to week 2. So then I'll check in for both weeks at the same time. For personal, from 10 through 16, I've had nothing. And so this, I'm just gonna line that out. And then remaining, I'm just gonna bring down my remaining total of $608 for the week of 10 through 16. For groceries, for 1 through 9, which would be week 1, for groceries and eating out, starting out with my grocery budget between groceries and eating out, I have a total of $600. And so from the first, I have $36 for Chick-fil-A, $3 for Walgreens, $17 at Target, and then I have $176 at Costco, $73 for Giant, and then I have $13 for Rita's, $36 ShopRite, and then $128 for Costco. So that's a total of $482 for week 1. Wow, under the pretenses that we're not going to go back outside for the week, maybe we just grabbed a bit much. But I will say, like I said before, we did grab extra stuff for Mother's Day meals and things like that. So that, aside from the already increased cost that I spoke about, is why. So that minus 600, which was our starting balance, we have $118 left after week 1. And so going for week 2, which is 10 through 16, we only have 2 expenses, which is from Chick-fil-A and Rita's, and that's $15. So for week 2 is $15. So remaining, we have a total of $103. Okay. And so just going back and looking at gas for week 1, I only had a gas expense in week 1, so that's from the 4th, so that's $32. And I had a total of $137 for gas, so minus 32, that's $105 that I have remaining after week 1, and I did not buy any gas in week 2, so that's $105 moving forward into week 3. So moving back, as of right now, we don't have any unbudgeted expenses, which is a good thing. And so for week 1, I'm just gonna line this out because I don't budget anything for unbudgeted, and I'm gonna do the same for week 2. Moving forward into week 3, we still have a pretty decent budget, not when it comes to groceries, but I'm okay with that because we don't need anything right now. So I'm just gonna grab my cash envelopes, which I just keep in my purse in this little pouch. So for my personal category, I have barely spent anything. So I have $158 left in my personal category. And so that's 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 50, 5, 56, 57, 58. So I've been doing pretty well as far as spending in my personal cash envelope. So that's 158. And then in my grooming cash envelope, the only thing I paid was a deposit. So I still have $450 left in that envelope. So that's 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 20, 40, 50. And so for my groceries category, for groceries, I only have $17 remaining. So it's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, which I'm fine with because we have plenty. We have plenty, so I don't need to buy groceries. I may just need to get some milk or something like that, but that's fine. And in my eating out category, which is very surprising because usually by this time we've spent the majority of our eating out money, but we still have a total of $86 there. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 5, 6. Still have $86 moving into week 3. So we have money for ices or ice cream or whatever we need to go out and get just to get some air. Even though my state did not extend the stay-at-home order, our governor instead did a safer at-home order. But we will still be staying at home because I'm just not quite sure we're ready to get back out there. And there's a lot of folks out there, not wearing masks or anything. We're still gonna play it safe and just stay at home as much as possible unless we need to go out for essentials. That's what my check-in looks like right now for week 2. And so I just want to go back to my monthly view so that I can check these items off that I have checked in for. And my mortgage did come out on the 1st. I did go to Costco and pay my renewal fee, so that was $120. My lawn care, I did not receive an invoice for my lawn care on the 6th, so I'm going to leave that one right now. It might be due to possibly shortage in staff due to the pandemic, but I did not receive a lawn care service as of yet this month. I did not pay childcare, and I will not be paying childcare this month or for the remainder of the school year since the decision has been made to have our schools remain closed throughout the end of the school year. So I will not be paying this fee, and I actually received a call from them, and they're going to be sending me a check for credit for care that I had previously paid for in March. So that's a good thing. That'll be an addition to the bottom line whenever it comes. I doubt that it'll come quickly, but I am expecting that. So I'm going to leave that as well. What I do want to add to my spread, which I didn't add before, is my city card payment, which I neglected to add to my budget, but I corrected that. So I'm going to lay that down, and that actually was due the 16th today. So that did come out. So I wanted to lay that down. And so that's pretty much what I have to add to my monthly view. And then I just want to go back here and just quickly check off the items that I did pay. So no lawn care, no child care. I added these two at the bottom. Oh, Sling, I did. I need to add Sling as well. This is one that I normally don't pay, but my credit card is running a promotion, whereas though if you add it to your credit card payment, you will get a credit of $20 through the end of the year. So I switched this bill actually to my credit card for this month. So let me lay down a sticker for this one as well. I'm going to lay that here as well. And I'm going to check this off as well because that one did come out of my credit card. And that's going to be just until the end of the year. So if you spend $20 or more, they'll give you back a $20 credit on your credit card. So that's an incentive because a lot of the other benefits that come along with the card we're unable to use due to the pandemic right now. So they're trying to add some additional benefits, I guess, so people don't cancel the cards. So I did add that. So I'm going to check that off as well. And I'm going to quickly go over to my sinking fund spread because I have had quite a few transactions on my sinking funds as well. So on the 2nd, I did get some t-shirts. So that came out of my closed sinking fund. And then, as I spoke about in my monthly view, I did pay my Costco renewal fee. So that came out of a sinking fund as well. For medical, I needed to buy some over-the-counter antibiotic cream. So I did do that out of my medical sinking fund. And it was Mother's Day, so I did get my mom a Mother's Day gift. And then I had an auto maintenance for oil change and 50,000 mile service on my car. So those are those things. So I had quite a few this month coming out of my sinking funds. So those have all taken place. Last but not least, I want to pull my numbers for my 52-week challenge. And for those of you who are new to my channel, I am currently doing a 52-week challenge where I'm saving $1,378. To make it a little more interesting, instead of going $1 one week, $2 the next week, I decided that I would pick numbers at random every week during my weekly check-ins, and then I would save that amount for that particular month. So let's just go back. Here is my 52-week challenge spread. What I do is I highlight on this chart what numbers I pick every week, and then I jot those numbers down, and I'll show you because I actually started capturing them differently this month as well. So I highlight them so I know which numbers have already been. Okay, I'm back. I'm not sure where my camera stopped at, but I use this jar to keep the numbers that I'll be choosing. And every week I just shake it up and I choose a number. This week I'll be choosing 2 numbers because I'm doing a check-in for weeks 1 and 2. So all of my previous week's numbers have been captured in this bag so that I make sure that I keep them separate when I'm choosing my numbers. I'm just going to give this a quick shake. And I'm going to open it up. And I'm going to choose 2 numbers. So the first number for week 1 is 25. For week 2, the number is 36. And I use this pink Sharpie just to highlight the numbers on this chart so that I know what numbers have already been chosen. So I'm going to highlight 25. Just gives a little visual. And I'm also going to highlight 36. Okay. And then I'm going to take both of these and put them in this baggie so that way I don't accidentally get them mixed up. And I'm just saving the numbers in the event I decide to do this or some other kind of challenge where I need them in the future. So I'm just going to set that to the side. And this month, which is different than what I did in the previous months, I decided, since I do have a calendar year planner as opposed to an academic year calendar, I'll still be in my planner for the next several months. So I decided to use this front view where I made some month stickers to lay down, and I decided to use this instead to track my 52-week challenge monthly balance, monthly and yearly balance. So I filled in everything for the previous months. So for the month of May, for week 18, I chose $25, and for week 19 I chose $36. And so the way I've set this up is that I will put in each week, and then at the end of the month I'll put that month's total, and then I'll put the grand total, which will include the monthly totals for all months for that current month and all months prior. So just for example, for the month of April, I saved a total of $151 is what from the numbers that I pulled in April. Carrying over from the month of March, I saved $118. So those two numbers combined come up to a grand total of $269. So that's the way I decided to do that, and I'm going to use this view. And I've laid down month stickers throughout the remainder of the year since my planner does go to December. That's all I have for you for this video. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please like, subscribe, and leave me a comment down below. Just let me know how you and your family have been faring through the pandemic, and are you seeing any uptick in your grocery bills as well. Thanks again for stopping by and going with me on this journey, and I hope to see you back in a future video. Bye for now.